Hi everyone, welcome back to the Storytime family. How are you today? How are you feeling? Have you been good? Have you been having lots of fun at school? Well, I'm glad you're sitting down to read with us. Today we have a book called Milo's Monster by Tom Percival. Let's get started. Milo's Monster. Milo lived in a neat little house on a neat little street. He loved his home for lots of reasons, but mainly because his best friend Jay lived next door. Milo and Jay shared the good times, the bad times, and everything in between. Nothing could beat the feeling of having a best friend. Then one day, a new family moved into the big old house across the road. Milo watched as a girl ran excitedly around the garden. She smiled and waved, and Milo waved back. Later that afternoon, Milo went to call for Jay, but he wasn't in. He had gone over to the big old house across the road without telling Milo. Jay and the girl were in the garden, laughing very loudly. A funny feeling squirmed around in Milo's tummy. "Hi, Milo," called Jay. "This is Susie. Isn't her garden amazing?" Milo nodded, but the jealous, squirmy feeling was nothing to do with Susie's massive garden and everything to do with how much fun Jay was having without him. The next day, Jay was out again. Milo knew exactly where he would be, and sure enough, he was outside reading comics with Susie. Then Milo had a horrible thought. What if Jay didn't want to be best friends with him anymore? The squirmy feeling took over completely, and as it did, something very strange happened. A green-eyed monster popped up right beside him. "It's not fair," muttered the monster. "Jay's your friend, not Susie's." From then on, the green-eyed monster wouldn't leave him alone. Whenever he saw Jay and Susie laughing, the green-eyed monster said they were making fun of him. And whenever he saw them playing, the monster hissed that they were having more fun without him. Every time Milo saw Susie and Jay together, the green-eyed monster made him feel terrible. So Milo decided to stop seeing them at all. If they called round at his house, he pretended not to be in. If he saw them at the park, he would hide. And if either of them asked what was wrong, he just said nothing and turned away. Day after day, he walked around with only the miserable mutterings of the green-eyed monster for company. Until one day, Susie tapped him on the shoulder. "Why aren't you and Jay friends anymore?" she asked. "He really misses you." She looked very upset. The monster said it was a trick, that Susie was lying. But Milo shook his head. It was time to get rid of that pesky monster, once and for all. Milo shut his eyes tight. He took a deep breath and tried to force the bad feeling away. The green-eyed monster protested and muttered mean words, but its voice became quieter and quieter and quieter, until at last it was completely gone. Finally, Milo could see the truth. The green-eyed monster had nearly ruined everything. Now, he did the only thing that he could. He said, "I'm sorry." And he really was. Soon, they were all friends again, laughing and playing in Susie's garden together. Milo smiled. Nothing could beat the feeling of having a best friend. Except having two of them. And that was Milo's monster. That was a beautiful story, don't you think? Have you had a similar experience before? Well, maybe this story can help you sort out some feelings you may have from time to time. Well, if you enjoyed this book and would like to own a copy, the link to purchase it is in our description below. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you haven't, do subscribe and give us a like if you enjoyed the story. And click on the bell for notifications. We'll see you again back here soon. You take care. Bye-bye.
Read a book with us. Today we have a book called Finding Hello by Patricia Wong. Should we get started? Finding Hello. Hello. It is a tiny word, an easy word, they say. Hello will make a friend, a chance for me to play. But it is very hard to find. I will need to search high and low. It is always hiding. Where, oh where did it go? I find the H deep within, where all the butterflies swim. I find the E up in a tree, shaking and trying to break free. I find the L in a big book where I was too afraid to look. The other L is hiding in fright, trying its best to stay out of sight. The O is the hardest of all. It is so tiny and small, always rolling far away while the others laugh and play. It stands afar, trapped in a jar, waiting and hoping to be free like a star. Well, there you are, hello. Finding you took some time. But here you are now, so I will be just fine. Hello. And that was Finding Hello. That was super short, but super sweet, don't you think? If you'd like to own a copy of this cute book, the links to purchase it are in the description below. Do give us a like if you enjoyed this story, and subscribe if you haven't, and click on the bell for more stories like this. Thank you so much for dropping by. We'll see you back here soon. You take care of yourself and your family, and have fun always. Bye-bye.